Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, March 24th, and here's another weekly update for my SPY options. There's about 10 minutes left in the trading session, so I'll go over my trades today, and then we'll take a look at how things turned out for the week. So I did not trade too much today. Here are all of my SPY options. Starting with this one, I sold two 380 puts. That was in the morning, which was right over here. And I'm selling puts here because I'm bullish, because you can see SPY opened the day up here and then it went down. It came up, which means it made a higher high. It went down and formed a higher low. So whenever there's a higher low and a higher high, chances are the market will be going higher. So selling a 380 put means I don't have to buy SPY unless it finishes below 380. But at that time, SPY was trading at 391. So 380 is like all the way down here. So SPY is not very likely to drop that much in a day. And after this point over here, I drew this green channel. So basically SPY has just been going up at this upward angle. So it's been fairly consistent, which is great for trading options because you want things to be predictable. And over the last few hours, the pattern seems to be that it touches the top of this green channel, comes back down to the middle of the green channel, and then up, down, up, down. So right over here where it bounced off of the middle of the channel again, I decided to buy a bull put spread at 391, 390, and 391 and 390 is down here. So again, I don't have to buy SPY as long as the stock doesn't come down. So this is another bullish trade because once it reaches this line, it tends to bounce up. And also when I look at the MACD, you can see it's consistently been above the zero line, which is down here. So the blue line's just been kind of fluctuating up here, which is bullish. So that's my 391, 390 put spread. The only other trade I've done so far is the 397 call. I sold a couple around, that would be 312 Eastern time. And then I bought one back and then I sold it again. So these are actually bearish trades, because if I sell a 397 call, that means I have to sell SPY at 397 if SPY goes above 397, which I don't want it to do. So 397 is up here, and right over here around 310 is when I sold those calls. And the reason I was bearish over here is because if I drop down to the 3-minute chart, there is this downward trend in the MACD, which means that momentum is slowing down. Now, earlier in the day, the MACD was making higher highs. You can see like each bump is higher than the previous bump. So that usually tells you that the market is going to go up, most likely. But in the afternoon here, you can see it's tilted slightly downwards. I was looking at these bumps and it seems like each one is going lower. So after this third bump here, it kind of seemed to me like momentum on the upside was slowing down and it's probably not going to go up much more than that for the rest of the day. So I decided to sell my 397 calls here and I sold two of them. Now I probably should have waited until the next hump over here because the stock went up and I could have gotten more premiums if I sold my 397 calls up here than down here. So that's something I should have done. Now it looks like there's just 3 minutes left and my 397 calls should expire out of the money. If I take a look at the option chain here, that's a 4 standard deviation, so not likely to hit. And then my 391 short puts, of course, not going to get exercised as well with a 9.2 standard deviation. Okay, it looks like it's now 1 p.m. Pacific or 4 p.m. Eastern, so the market has now closed. SPY ended between 397 and 391, which means all of my short options expired out of the money. Now, Interactive Brokers does allow you to continue trading SPY for 15 minutes after the stock market closes. So I have until 1:15 to make additional trades if I want to. I'm going to go to next week's Wednesday, March 28th, and sell a bear call, because if I go to the daily chart and then just clean this up, you can see we're sort of in this downward channel right now. So next Wednesday is going to be right here, March 29th. I do acknowledge that we do have this more bullish channel going up here in the short term, but I think this black line, this one here, which is the 200 EMA, is a pretty strong resistance, and every time it hits that, at least in the last week, it has been rejected. So SPY hasn't closed above that EMA in a while. So I think selling a call at around 400 expiring on Wednesday would be a pretty solid bet, and I'll probably buy a 401 call for protection. So at 400, I can get 96 cents, and then I will buy the 401. This will give me a roughly $28 spread, and I'll just sell two because it's a little bit out of the money, so it's not like a 50-cent spread.
Autofilled.
There we go. So that would be at 400, which is right here. Now, next week, if SPY goes higher, I will probably close my position at a loss. If SPY ends on Wednesday, any point below this purple line at 400, then this spread will expire out of the money. So adding up the total for all the SPY trades today, I made $15 from the 391, 390 bull put spread, plus the other ones is 111 minus commissions is going to be about $99. So as I've tweeted out over the week, on Monday I made $80. On Tuesday I made $99. And then for Wednesday I didn't make anything because even though I made $13 in credit, the commissions was also $13. So I had a minus 48 cents total return for that day, which is basically zero. And Thursday I made $106. So putting all of that together, my total for this week is $385. So that's a 1.3% weekly return. Meanwhile, the SPY has returned about 1.4%, so a bit higher than my trades. Here's how it looks like at the end of this week. My return's up here about 13%, and SPY is about 3%. We both had a pretty good week. We'll have to see if the market breaks this 400-point resistance. If not, then it's probably heading lower. But if it does, the next resistance level is up here at around 402.5. So that's it for this week. Thanks a lot for watching. Good luck with your investments, and until next time.